That's a good tweet. That'll really help me rethink what I'm doing in my classroom. And that tweet will help me learn a lot about a new topic that I needed to learn about because it links to a really good article. In fact, there's lots of good tweets showing up in my Twitter feed. Hi, I'm Dan Krutka. I'm a teacher educator, former teacher, and a social media researcher. And Twitter is just one of many places where I get support from colleagues that I consider part of my professional learning network, or PLN. In a recent research article I co-authored with Tori Trust and Jeff Carpenter, we define PLNs as uniquely defined systems of people, spaces, and tools. Let me walk you through each one of those intertwined categories. Let's start by talking about the people that are in my professional learning network. When I first moved from the high school classroom to the university classroom, I really wanted to stay connected to high school teachers. I wanted to continue to learn from and with them to make sure I was really plugged into the field so I could prepare my pre-service teachers to really connect with them. And so I started using the hashtag SSChat. I was a social studies teacher. I have a social studies background. And so I started going on SSChat to see what other social studies teachers were doing. I met a whole wealth of people who really have helped me grow professionally, and a lot of those people are not just people I tweet with anymore, but people I do collaborative projects, video conference with, and do a lot of other stuff. And so beyond just some of the people I work with closely on SSChat, I still connect with my old colleagues. You know, I just recently was talking to my old department chair, Kim Pennington, and we were sharing ideas about how to use technology in the classroom. And you know, we just did that by phone, but sometimes I connect with colleagues on campus, and so I just walk into the next office and talk to people. So when you think of who are the people in my PLN, well, it's anyone that really helps you grow professionally. Yeah, but where do I find these people? Well, you can find them in a lot of places, both face-to-face and digital environments. Traditionally, a lot of people go to conferences, and that's where they get a lot of their professional development, learn new ideas, learn about new research. And conferences can be a great place to do that, to network, but you don't get to go to conferences very often, only maybe 1 or 2 times a year usually. And so there's a lot of other spaces, from local EdCamp unconferences that are face-to-face, to meeting with people on campus or in your school community, to video conferencing, to going into online spaces like Twitter or Google Plus or any other digital spaces that allow you to have conversations. So beyond the people, you have to find spaces that really work. And some of the greatest spaces I've found are Twitter hashtags. If I find a hashtag where I really have a similar affinity or interest as other people, we can go in and share ideas, resources about those topics. But you know, it just depends on what you're trying to achieve and what you need to what spaces you go find for your PLN. The last component of our PLN framework is tools. And by tools, we mean anything that really helps you do stuff in education. So tools can be cognitive ideas. For example, I've really been inspired by the Stanford History Education Group's History Inquiry Framework, where they provide specific ways that students can go about thinking historically. And so that framework gave me a tool that I could then take and use with pre-service teachers or use with other teachers to think about historical issues. So that was a tool, even though it was in my mind, that I really was able to use and implement. Flipped classrooms are another great idea, and there's hashtags like flipped class where teachers go on and get ideas or tools that allow them to go in and implement those in their classroom. Technology tools also can help us, and those are new apps, maybe like how to use Google surveys to do quizzes for your classes and other things like that. And so there's all kinds of cognitive and technological tools we can use and get from our PLNs to go improve our practice. Because learning is a social endeavor, it's important to think about how your PLN can help you grow in your craft. Jeff, Tori, and I developed a framework for PLN enrichment that you can use to reflect on your PLN. Determine what you want it to be and take steps to improve it. You can learn more on our website, professionallearningnetworks.com, and until then, I'm looking forward to learning from you in the Twitterverse.